number 2. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, this could be one of their most important games of the year. With both teams undefeated, this game is a separator. As the college football playoff looms near, they have to separate and prove they are one of the best teams in the country. They have a chance to do that here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Davison. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this...
Maybe a crease. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like this in the first half, man, it gets you excited because it opens up the whole playbook, everything I have to use. I like all these.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Powers through the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Graham. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Hey, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
Got his man to the left. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on.
Here's a little room there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Ducks are marching down the field. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Using his legs, it's Davison. Thrust that arm out. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right now.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Throwing more. Makes the catch. It's Davison. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Here's more to throw. Under fire. Breaks loose. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact. They do in situations like that. Good concentration, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Recovered by the kicking team. He is in, takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Finds a tight end. In some ways, guys, it feels as if the first part of the season has built to this, a real chance to prove yourself in a battle between number 1 and number 2.
I think this is a game, guys, that's really going to define the path to the national championship. It's rare that you get this 1 versus 2 matchup at this time of the year. So you know here, David, the energy is just going to be off the charts.
Yeah, because we already know midway through the season now what these teams are. And they're great teams that are trying to get into the playoffs. So whoever gets this dub now, you got a win against a top team for your resume.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Play action, C.J. Carr. Throws to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got maybe a yard, third down and 9 coming.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Oregon. Stealing a score on special teams. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I see?
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Here's Carr to throw. Looking down the middle. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Looking for room at the 30. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Slams ahead. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal from the right hash. And this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running inside, it's Mobley. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Bear. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
This is a designed run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. On the move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The corners are walked up tight. More. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Looking long. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ducks. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern.
Sweep. Hydro, go!
Throwing, Carr. Going over the top. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 21 team, the Northwestern Wildcats.
They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36.
And it's Michigan State with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes the offense on first down.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Pocket breaking down. Myers on the move. Catch in the middle, it's Graham. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical.
Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. There he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Oregon.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Catch in the middle, it's Graham. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Delayed handoff, it's Mobley. Runs through a tackle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Pulls it in. It's Graham. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be calling a hot route. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Carr rushes on him, and he never had a chance.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Carr. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Running into the open space. Turning it on. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
That's a first down for the offense.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Dante Moore. It's complete on the right side. Bulldozes his way through. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the play...
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Midway point of the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. The Ducks signal for their 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Behind the line, it's Stewart. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Who doesn't love the old flea flick? Seriously, we practice these all the time. You practice a couple trick plays a week, and you practice the situation where on the field you might want to run it. Flea flicker executed nicely.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Throwing Moore. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turns it on down the left side. At the 30. He's at the 20. Takes it in. Touchdown, Irish. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And the extra point is good. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Coming out with it, it's Bear. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. and it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Here's Moore to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that.
Breaks free, and he might be gone. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Ducks in the hurry up.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Laterals it back. Here's the pressure. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Moore. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Buried before he could blink.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Finds us back in the middle. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
As a quarterback,
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. He might want another play. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Now on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Moore. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Great. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Ready, go.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the catch. It's Graham. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Ready, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football.
Going for it all. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And despite this point being relatively meaningless, I suppose it could carry value for some. And the kicker's probably happy to score a point, but the team didn't score enough as this one is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys